Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm going to dedicate this series to TOEFL. TOEFL exam has been going through a lot of changes, but I believe that the most important transformation and change is happening in early 2026. So from January of 2026, anybody who takes the exam after the 21st of January 2026 will do a newer version of TOEFL, which is surprisingly shorter and amazingly different. There are a lot of exciting updates that are coming in 2026, so I decided to talk about it on this first episode. We will go through all of the updates that are coming to TOEFL in 2026, and then I'm gonna discuss a plan on how you can prepare for TOEFL regardless of when your exam is. So in today's episode and others, we will go through TOEFL, how to prepare for TOEFL, how to deal with your language problems, and deal with each part of the test. So don't forget to subscribe and make sure that you share this with anybody who's preparing for TOEFL. Hopefully you guys can make the most of this course, and as always, remember that you can ask me your questions and tell me where you're standing at this point, what is your level, and I can help you get set up. So comment section is open for all the questions that you have. So let's get right into it. So if you look at the official announcement on the website, there are a couple of main changes that are happening. One of them would be the fact that TOEFL would be scored on a different grade system, so there will not be any more of those scores of 0 to 100 or 120. This grading was a little bit complicated for a lot of people, especially those who have taken exams like IELTS and other exams where they have a more straightforward grading. So this scale of 1 to 6 will show your level of English and your performance at TOEFL. We're going to talk about it. Remember, you will still receive a 0 to 120 for the next 2 years until everybody is comfortable with this new system. More changes are coming also to the registration. It will be easier for you to find a center and sign up. The home edition of TOEFL has been undergoing a couple of changes. We'll talk about that in this series. So these are the changes that are announced on the website earlier, but there are also a lot of changes coming into the content of the test, especially in writing and speaking. There will be a different range of they call it items, so there will be more items, more tasks for students, but there will be smarter, shorter, and then you will be able to handle them with less stress. So let's take a look at the table and discuss these differences. So if you take a look at this table, you see that there are a couple of changes coming to the test. So the reading will be about 27 minutes. The listening would be again about 27 minutes, the writing 23 minutes, and the speaking will be about 8 minutes, which adds up to around 80 minutes, 85 minutes of test, which is amazing. I mean, if you compare to IELTS, which is 2 hours and a half, and Cambridge tests range between 2 to 2.5 hours, you see that TOEFL is taking another step towards the new generation of people, Generation Z and later folks who have relatively lower attention spans and cannot really engage in long tests and long materials. So this is a great adaptation towards the new age and new generation. One thing I need to tell you about this table is that remember that this table is subject to change. As I am recording this video, it is still October 2025, so a lot of changes may come to the exact number of minutes or number of items that you see here, but this gives us a very interesting overview of what's happening, which is very different from the traditional TOEFL that we know. Another section that really got my attention is the task types. Look at the interesting. You have complete the words, read in a daily life, read an academic passage. So it's not just a bunch of difficult super academic passages like before. In writing, you have more variation of exercises and tests, things like building a sentence, writing an email, and I'm going to show you. And all of these changes are going to make TOEFL really, really exciting for the new year. I'm not saying that TOEFL is going to be easier. Of course, it is a standard test and it evaluates your performance, so it should give you an accurate score, but it's going to be much more manageable, much more easier for folks to prepare and deal with. One of the interesting changes in reading, other than the time which is shorter, is this kind of paragraph completion exercises similar to what we have in Cambridge exams. So it's not going to be just a bunch of texts and comprehension, I don't know, true, false, blah, blah questions. And then you have kind of a daily life exercise where you get short extracts of passages that you need to deal with as a university student. And eventually you will get an academic passage. So for listening, you're going to be listening to more recordings, more situational recordings. Tasks are going to be smaller, but the number of items is going to be more. So another exciting change. It's not going to be just long lectures where you have to take a lot of notes and be able to understand everything. So it's going to be shorter and more manageable. I think the changes that are coming to writing are the most exciting ones, as you see on the screen. This sentence building exercise or task, which is really, really amazing. It tests your knowledge of grammar. So there are many ways you can answer this question and you will get a score based on that. There's usually an extra word somewhere in the middle that you have to deal with. And remember, in this series, we're going to talk about how to deal with each part by part. But this is, again, another addition to the test, which is really interesting. And instead of having to write very long and difficult essays, here you have to write an email, and then, because you should as somebody who is studying in another country, and then also engage with an academic discussion, which is similar to changes that came to IELTS in June of 2024. If you guys have been checking TOEFL recently, you're familiar with this essay where you have to kind of contribute to a discussion related to a topic. So the number of words that you have to write are not as many as it used to be, like 200, 250. You just write a minimum of 100, and then in the time that's given to you. And which, again, I mentioned this a lot, but it makes the test much more manageable. The speaking is also interesting. Instead of showing you prompts and giving you some time to answer the questions, you will have different variety of exercises. And for example, here you have to engage with an interviewer as part of a research, and then here you have to repeat what you heard, and then there are similar tasks. So very interesting change. So let's get to the scoring a little bit more carefully. As you see, for each part of the test, you will get a raw score. A raw means based on the number of points that you get in. For example, you answer this question and then you get 2 points or 1 point. All of this adds up to a raw score, and then this is converted into a band score from 1 to 6, and then all of this 1 to 6 will be averaged to your overall score, which is the score that you receive on your TOEFL. Another interesting update is that your results will be delivered faster, probably 2 to 3 business days. This is an amazing news. In the past, people had to wait for a week or 2 weeks sometimes to get the result, and a lot of folks had to miss their deadlines, which was really inconvenient. A lot of us have deadlines for application for universities, so this is again another great news with TOEFL. But let's talk about that 1 to 6 score. So as you see, you get a point for each skill, and also you get an overall. So for example, somebody who gets a 5 to 5.5 as an overall is a C1 student. So it's easier for you to compare yourself to CEFR levels, which was a bit complicated in the past, but it's easier right now. So this table is also going to be very interesting. Remember, you will still receive that 0 to 120 traditional score, but it's gonna stop after 2 years. On this table, you see how these two scales match up. So for example, if somebody gets a 6, it means that they're getting a 114 or higher, and then the same goes with other scores. So in summary, results are going to be faster, the test is going to be shorter in length, there's going to be a variety of tasks, but smaller tasks, smarter tasks that you can easily manage and easily prepare for. Registration is going to be more straightforward, and home edition will be more available across the world, especially if you're taking the test in Iran or Russia, where there are some limitations, for example, on IELTS or IELTS paper-based. You can consider TOEFL from home, the home edition. We will talk about that in this series. And the content and difficulty of the test would be the same. It's just how you do it. The IBT, you have to go to a center, but the home edition, you can do it from home. All right, folks, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to check the ETS official website for more information on the updates that are coming. And in this series, I'm going to take you through all the steps of preparation for TOEFL and teach you how to prepare for each part of the test and the day of the test, the home edition, the one that you take at a center. As we go forward, as we go ahead, I'm looking forward to receiving your questions if you have any challenges with TOEFL, and I'll be happy to deal with them in the comment section and in the later episodes of this series. So don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who are preparing for TOEFL. Thank you very much, everybody, and I wish you a great day. I'll see you in the next video.